Hi guys, welcome to Moneycontrol. I'm Karunya Rao and with me is birthday girl Manisha Gupta and well, we're here to give you an update on what's happening in the metals basket. It's not a very happy day for metals at least. The base metals have hit a new low for 2022. What's happening there?
Oh, well, yes, there is absolutely no reason to buy metals right now because everywhere that you look, we're looking at weaker indications coming in. Last week was a good one because you saw China come out with a stimulus of $220 billion. But did that really work its charm? Not really. Less than 24 hours and we were back in the negative, and we've started today on a negative note as well. You have copper prices trading 2% on the weaker side. 1 to 1.5% of decline is what we are working with in sense of aluminum, lead, zinc, nickel, everything.
Across the
Steel
board,
is down
yeah.
3.5%. Iron ore prices are trading in the weakness as well. There is only one concern in the market right now, and that is that there is no demand growth. For copper, you have seen the inventories gain up by 20% in last 1 week itself. So that tells you that the premium is going off. There is no on-ground demand as well. And China, there are new COVID cases coming in yet again. There are restrictions back as well. And the most synonymous view is that yes, China will revive, but only modestly in the second half, and that's not very supportive.
You know, on social media, when we talk about, or when we see what different people are posting, there's talks of inflation peaking when it comes to commodities, especially. Is that something that you also foresee?
For some metals, yes, but it doesn't seem to be working in a cycle right now. You know, Karunya, last year, same time, not even last year, same time, actually the last quarter of previous year, the first quarter of this year as well, we were talking about perhaps we're into a super cycle of commodities. Is this a bull cycle of commodities? Everybody came in there with their views. Far from that right now, and the kind of decline that we've seen, bear territory for all of these metals. Yes, it does look like you could be looking at further declines, especially for metals. One, this quarter is monsoon for most of Asia. There is no demand. Second, you're looking at inventories continuing to increase. Three, the property market seems to be coming down in US, and China has been a weak state in any case. Canada has been in news because of its housing market there. We've seen prices come up there as well. And the Indian markets, well, yes, there is an infra push right now, but is this going to be so strong looking at the kind of spate of economy that we are in? Not really. And yes, further going ahead, when you talk about renewables and EVs, etc., those numbers are increasing very slowly. So for that, there are enough supplies into the market. So is there a case for a big run up in the markets? Not really.
So good news for markets, good news for consumers of metals, because definitely the cool off in metal prices and commodity prices is something definitely that's aiding the market sentiment in the last few days that we've seen. So will that continue to ease the concerns on the equity side?
Well, you know, the sell-off in equity, but it's become a vicious cycle now. We started with a sell-off in equities, and that really triggered down to everything else as well. The dollar index trading at a new 20-year highs today, 107.40, and every tick actually shows you slightly on the higher side. Aggressive rate hike is something that the markets are working with. Recession fears is the second thing here. And the third is that, you know, it's not going to be just US Fed. You have European Central Bank now joining hands as well. So the demand really seems to be getting hit right now. Ex-China, the demand is anyways on the weaker side. And then you have to look at the production part of it as well. China is producing record aluminum. China has been buying copper at lower levels also. So every time the prices go down, will you see, you know, the markets actually run to do an opportunity buying on the lower side? The world is not doing it, but China is. So whatever numbers that you see coming in is from China, and that are also weak.
So right now, is there any pocket within the commodity space that looks attractive from an investing standpoint?
So I wouldn't bet on copper. We've seen nearly 28% of fall from the all-time highs that we saw in the month of March, but there are very less buys into the market. For copper, essentially, if you look at the speculative net longs also, it is at 2015 lows. People do not want to go long in commodities right now. Hedge funds, money managers have been selling. They actually have been creating short wagers every time you see the metal prices go up. So there is no speculative buying, there is no investment buying coming in metals right now. For aluminum as well, we've seen inventories continue to gain. China is producing record volumes of aluminum at these levels, and there are no takers. So there is going to be pressure there. If you look at zinc, we have seen inventories decline by 40% in this year. So zinc on paper looks positive, but with no demand of steel, no galvanizing demand for zinc in that sense is something that is putting pressure here as well. And nickel is a totally lost market right now, especially with Indonesia saying that this year they will increase production between 14 to 18%. Are there enough buyers? There are not. So yes, prices have sold off quite strongly. The premium is totally off the markets, and then there is added concern of not enough demand and supplies increasing. So
all gloom and doom. very gloomy picture you've painted. Anyway, but this is what it is. The state of the metal space, especially base metal prices, the way they have come off from their highs after reaching peaks in the earlier part of the year.
For aluminum, copper, steel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And look at what conversation we're having now, a completely different conversation. So yeah, that's all we have in today's update on commodities, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be back again tomorrow.